Yo, I'm back. Sorry about that. My OBS crashed. I've been having issues with it. Does anyone know any other software besides OBS? Because that'd be very, very helpful. So I'm back. Okay, so we're gonna get into B&B. We're gonna try this one more time. If I crash one more time, then that's that, I guess. I'll get that over there. Go back to B&B. We're now on the 4-hour chart of B&B. You can see we did print a buy signal on B&B before we had this massive crash right here. MACD is still ripping bearish. RSI is still bearish as well. So if we go bottom to top right here, you can see the next stop, if we don't get over the 786 on this 4-hour, is the 1618 at $200. So BNB is not looking good, guys. BNB is not looking great at all. I mean, due to the fun stuff like that. I mean, if you think this is the bottom for BNB and longing it, all the indicators are showing, like, if we did not have this flood, I would probably long this coin, but I'm not even going to risk that right now. As of right now, I think the short on BNB is the play for sure. So on the 1-hour chart, we went over we went over the last live stream. We'll go over it again on this one. So on the 1-hour chart, we're having a difficult time getting over the 786. I talked about if we can't get above the 786, I think we're just gonna be consolidating sideways, similar to what we did on this way down. We're doing the step down pattern right now. As you can see, we have the step down, consolidation, there's the step down, consolidation, there's the step down. And I think we're gonna be consolidating, trying to get back over that 786. And if we don't get over that 786 at 200, what is this, 233, we're pretty much where we're currently at right now. And if we get rejected, the next support isn't until $200, 210. I mean, we could extend this fib a little bit further up to the next high, up here. But nonetheless, it looks like it wants to capitulate down to around 210, $200 for BNB. That's nuts. So if you're in a short on this, congratulations, especially if you got in up here or higher. So now it looks like this is what it wants to do. And that is approximately a 14% drop. So 14%. Chart as well for BNB. We have not printed a buy signal on the WTX. RSI tailing back down, and the MACD still ripping bearish. So BNB definitely looks like it wants to start retracing back down to around that $200 range, which we were at back in June during the big Bitcoin capitulation. We retraced back down to that $200 range, and it looks like Binance or BNB starting to have that very, very quick retracement back down to that main support at 192, 1618 area down here. So I'd be keeping an eye on $200 BNB here pretty soon, possibly this weekend even, especially with how fast we're heading down right now, and especially if that FUD turns out to be some of it being true and some of that comes to light. This thing's going to start dropping fast, and we're going to have to start going by these fib areas. So the next stop is this main support 1618 around 200. If we break this general area right here, we have the 2618 at 162, and then we have the 3618 at 124. But I'll keep you guys updated on this when we start capitulating down a little bit further for BNB. But BNB right now on the 1-day chart looks printing a buy signal on the WTX. RSI is down to 28, and the MACD is still ripping bearish. So if we just draw a fib channel or a fib on this real quick, bottom of the top, you can see we did break below the 618 right here. Next stop is the 786 at around $106 for quant. So I'm going to be looking at a bounce off the 618 and heading down to around this $106 for quant. That would bring us into the oversold territory on the RSI. That would bring us down to possibly get a buy signal on the WTX, and that would play out the bearish scenario on the MACD. And this is only based on BTC heading much lower. So if we do break back above the 618, I think what we're going to be seeing is this 0.5 top and then dropping back down. So for quant, I think everyone that missed that $100 buy back here might be getting another chance eventually. It might be a little bit more higher than 100, around 107, but nonetheless, I mean, if BTC shits the bed hard and goes down around that $14,000 that I talked about, we have a 1618 down here at 79. But for the short term right now for quant, this is kind of what we're going to be looking at. If we do get rejected at this resistance 618, next stop is the 786 at 107. If we do break back over the 618 and continue up, most likely it'll be a bounce off the 0.5 and then working its way back down to the 786 down here at around 107. But nonetheless, I do think we are going to be seeing $107 quant here in the next week or so. So algo, actually we'll look, since Ryan Seeger is a member of the channel with CHZ, we'll get in the CHZ. Yeah, so CHZ yesterday, if you're in my Discord channel, I post longs and shorts ideas. I did post a call on CHZ yesterday. I think it was a short. But nonetheless, we did have a decent sized drop on there. We're actually going to jump to the 1 hour real quick. So CHZ right now is down 15.8% at $12 and not $12 at 12 cents. I think this is the coin that's related to the sports, like the FIFA and everything like that, right? So maybe that has something to do with it. Yeah, so he brings power back to the fans, all that FIFA stuff. Okay, so let's look into it. So as of right now, all the indicators are screaming overbought or oversold. You can see RSI has flipped green right here. We have not printed another buy signal on the WTX yet, but we have been printing these oversold signals for quite a while, but we've still been heading lower on CHZ. Crashing is the theme of the day. That is damn true. Everything's on sale, and I think it's going to be on sale for a while and possibly on sale even lower in the next couple days. So CHZ right now, if we draw bottom of the top right here, see, we're gonna be looking at a lot of coins tonight that have had this big capitulation right here, and we're gonna be going off the fib channels of the 1618, which means they're all gonna be teetering upon possibly another larger capitulation if they can't recover at these certain areas. You can see the main area that we're at right now is this 0.1. We need to come back up here and break above the 786. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. We have the 786 up here at around 12.5. You can see all the indicators right here are saying that it wants to go up, but man, we are having these big red candles. But nonetheless, there is a possibility of us heading back up to the 786. But if we continue this pattern that we're going on right here, we're most likely going to get rejected off that 786 and head back down to the 1618, especially if BTC continues to shit the bed like it's doing right now. I think this could be a definite move. Head up to the 786 at around 12.5, and then another large red candle. You can see these candles are getting larger. We had a red candle, large red candle right there, a larger red candle right there, and then a giga red candle down to the 1618 at around 10 cents. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to be bearish on CHZ right now until the market decides what it's going to do, because obviously this thing is heavily reliant upon the market. I don't know if, or due to the World Cup, which caused this capitulation. I mean, we could toss a BTC comparison on top of this real fast to see how close it follows BTC. if it's gonna show up. It's loading. Yeah, so I mean, you can see BTC gradually working its way down here, and this thing's free falling a lot harder than BTC. So I'd be keeping an eye on that. If you think BTC is going to go lower, there's a good chance that CHZ is going to go lower. But for the short term right now, we can see that small rally back up to the 786 until we see that large giga candle back down to the, or not back down, giga candle down to the 1618. This is kind of how it's looking like CHZ is going. So it might be not financial advice. If you do longs and shorts, it might not be a bad idea to get into a short at around 12.5. I'll put a short entry at 12.5 and then try to ride that 18% drop down to the 1618 at 10 cents. So with that, look at algo. Algo ran down 11.4% today at 18 cents, 18.7, 10 billion max, 7.1 billion in circulation, 1.3 billion market cap. All-time high of 356 3 years ago. All-time low was also 3 years ago. Man, that is all the coins we're looking at today had this giga candle downwards. We are way oversold on this right now. Like I know BTCs might shit the bed lower, but this thing looks like it's going to have a decent sized recovery before we shit the bed lower. I mean, RSI is absolutely off the charts right now. I mean, we're at 1.7, which is crazy. And if we just take a general look at the past, this is no, it looks like this is a normal bottom. You can see previously we have come down to these low areas on the RSI, and this is a general spot where we start seeing that reversal. If we look at the WTX is printing a buy signal. MACD is starting to work its way back up bearish. Yes, we are, or bullish. Yes, we are bearish right now, but it is heading towards a bearish or bullish crossover. Man, I'm stumbling over my words, and I promise I'm not drinking yet. Oh boy, I think we're actually gonna go to this one right here. So as of right now, we're kind of having to look at the recoveries, the recovery of these coins, because a lot of coins, like I mentioned, are going to have this huge red candle. So as of right now, we're currently riding on the 786 at 18.6. If we do continue lower, which is hard for me to believe that we are going to capitulate lower, because if we do capitulate lower, we're going down to the 1618 at 16.6, and I just don't see that happening. So for the short term right now, what I'm kind of seeing is the 786 and possibly breaking above that and heading back up to the 0.5 at around 19 cents. I think 19 cents would be a good retracement back to the upside. This would allow the RSI to get out of this oversold area and allow the WTX to get out of this buy area and back up to zero. So I believe something like this for Algorand, and then if BTC craps the bed, have that big capitulation down to the 1618. But that's more of a longer term prediction. In the shorter term prediction, I'm going to be keeping an eye on that 0.5 right there, which is approximately a 4% move to the upside. So I'm gonna have to be bullish on Algorand right now. We're just way oversold. And if we just take a general look, like if we just look at the RSIs, this is normally, we've really never gone lower than this. This is normally where we bounce at this area where we're currently at. Same on the WTX. So I'd be looking for a bounce to the upside on Algorand right now. It's looking like a good opportunity to buy right now and possibly sell higher. So OP, no, we'll get in the H bar after OP. Sorry about that. So OP is down 10.7% at 95 cents. I know Chef in the Discord has been shorting the shit out of OP and made a lot. Actually, I don't know how much he made. I mean, his percentage was at like 500 and something, I believe. But all-time high in this was 221 4 months ago. All-time low was 6 months ago at 40 cents. Yeah, look at that. OP's just shit in the bed. We are so oversold on OP. That's ridiculous. Similar to like Algorand we just looked at. The crazy part is, look at all these buy signals it's been printing, and they, I mean, I guess you can say they were right for a short period of time, because we printed a buy signal right here, worked our way back up to this resistance, crapped the bed, printed a buy signal right here, went up to this resistance, crapped the bed, and we have not printed a buy signal yet. But for the short term right now, without drawing any fibs on it, we are way oversold. So it looks, I would be very careful on possibly shorting this coin right now. I think if anything, we might go down a little bit lower, but I think a reversal to the upside is going to be due here. Even if it's a small reversal, similar to these two right here. But let's draw a fib on this. I'm going to draw a large fib on this first. Look at that. We wicked right down to the 786 right now. And we're currently working our way back up to the 618. So what I'm going to be kind of looking out for here for OP is a possible retracement back down to the 786 right here at around 9.1, and then a reversal back up to this resistance area at around $1. You can see what we've been doing here is every time we've gotten a buy signal, we've bounced off a resistance or a support area and headed up to a resistance area, in which case we got rejected, headed down to a support area, then went back up to a resistance area, got rejected, headed down to the 786 support area at 9.2, and then I think from there we're going to be seeing a decent sized move to the upside now back to $1. So OP looks like it wants to head back to $1. I know the market's looking grim right now. I know BTC's not looking good, but we are massively oversold on OP right now. Can we go lower? Yeah, of course we can. But just looking at the technicals on this coin, it looks like a reversal from the 786, at least up to the 618 at 975 is going to be the case. So either we're heading up to the 618 at 975 or this main resistance at $1 before we start working our way back lower. But in the short term for OP, it does look like we want to work our way back up, and that would be actually beneficial for this coin because we'd get out of this oversold area. Our RSI would start tailing back up. WTX would get out of this buy phase that we're currently in, probably go back up to 0. MACD would have his bullish crossover, and that would also be working its way back up. So if we do head back up there, we'll have to keep an eye on it. But in the short term right now, I'm going to be bullish on OP with a possible move back up to the 618 at 975. To the highest I think we go here in the short term is $1 to test that resistance area out. So H bar. So H bar right now is down 8.3% at 4.2. I posted this in the Discord earlier too. Let me actually just check the Discord real quick. What did I say? So I posted in the long. So entry target I said was 4.4 cents, between 4.2 cents and 4.4. You can see we currently are at 4.2 cents. So this was my entry target that I posted in the Discord channel for going long on this coin. And you can see the reason. Oh, that's OP. Let's get the H bar chart real quick. Yeah, we are way oversold here as well. You can see the RSI is off the charts. A lot of coins have shit the bed today, guys, and everyone's starting to panic. I know everyone's starting to panic, and everyone's like, oh man, we're gonna be short in the market. But the market makers see this, and everyone's gonna be short in the market, and guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna pump the price back up to liquidate all those shorts, and then once everyone's like, hey, we're heading back up, and they're gonna enter their longs, they're gonna push it down lower. So don't fall for these market maker games. Try to ride the reversal. You can see we are currently heading down. We're at 419 right now for H bar. So H bar is pretty damn low right now. Let's draw some fibs on this. Where we have, let me just take a look at this real quick. Just want to take a larger look at this. Holy crap. Honestly, guys, this chart does not look good. We haven't been this low since January of 2021. And then after that, we were pretty much the same price forever. Initial coin launch, shit the bed, same price forever. Yikes. Okay, so let's zoom in here and take a look. Why can't I move this? 1 second, guys. Sorry. I'm gonna have to refresh this. There we go. Yeah, so HBuy right now massively oversold. We're gonna draw a fib and try to dissect this. Bottom of the top right here, you can see we are above the 786. 786 is our lifeline right now. 786 is at 419 where we are. We're actually at 421 right now, but 49. And this is why I called a long in it. I think the 786 is going to hold us up, and we are going to be working our way back up to around 4.3. So I did put the maximum that we could go is 4.7, and that is way up here. That is hype. I don't think that's actually going to happen. I do have the take profits. You know, the first profit's at 448. If you're on the Discord, you can go into the long calls and look at what I called H bar for. But for the short term right now, I think we're going to be bouncing off the 786, working our way back up to the 618 at 4.2. Then we have the 382 at around 4.3. And then once we get back up to this 236 here at 4.36, we have to keep an eye on that, because you can see we have been doing this consolidation, crap the bed, the step downs type stuff. So there is some heavy resistance in this 236 area. So for the short term right now, I do think it wouldn't be a bad play to long it up for the 236 at around 4.3 cents. So personally, I'm going to be bullish on H bar right now. All the indicators are screaming. We might be seeing a move to the upside. And yeah, BTC could shit the bed and this could drop along with it. But if BTC stays where it's at and all this, all the people who have paper hands sell already, we will see a decent sized recovery on a lot of these coins that we charted tonight. So that's where the term buy the dip comes in. So yeah, bounce off the 786, and I think we're heading back up to the 236 max at around 4.3 cents for H bar. So I'm gonna be bullish on H bar. H bar is looking pretty good. What's good? What's good? Yeah, Filecoin. I look, Filecoin shit the bed. Yeah, we'll go over Gala, then we'll go over Filecoin. So Gala's down 15.5% at 2 cents. That's actually not a bad buy for Gala in my personal opinion. I know there's a shit ton of coins that could be put into circulation, but I think gaming coins are going to be very beneficial and profitable in the long term, especially Gala. All-time high is 82 cents at the top of the last bull run. So Gala, I was saying we're going to be breaking below this 0.1 heading to the 1618. I said that yesterday. And obviously you can see it happen. I mean, it didn't follow my line, but we did drop down to that 1618, which I called yesterday. So I will chalk that as a win. So if you watched that video on Gala yesterday and you shorted Gala, congratulations. That was a large drop, you know, 15% on the day. So it's always nice. I'll pat myself on the back real quick. Yeah, got that correct. Okay, back at it. So we actually did break below this 1618 right now. We're currently trying to get back over it. And if we continue lower, you see the 236 is all the way down here at 1.5. I don't think we're going to be heading down to this 1.5. I think if anything, we'll get back over this 1618 right here and throw a wick back down. Yeah, I don't really know a lot about Gala's history or anything like that. I mean, I've played Gala games, like I've been on Gala games, and I like playing those type of games and stuff. Yeah, I don't know about any debacle. But the thing that I like about like gaming NFTs and gaming coins, I believe in the long term are going to do pretty good, and they are going to withstand the bear markets once they get more established. Why is that? Because even in bear markets, people play video games, right? And when you have NFTs and video games incorporated with these coins, the coins, yeah, they're not going to pump as much as they do in a bull run, but while playing that game, it's going to prop it up more than if it wasn't tied to a game personally. Because I think gaming coins and gaming NFTs are going to be very, very profitable in the long term. Because I actually got into gaming NFTs a couple months ago. I invested pretty heavy in it, and it was probably one of the best investments I've made in this bear market so far. But I think in the long term, video games and video game coins are going to be a very profitable area in crypto. I mean, people play video games in bear markets. So if anything, NFTs, video game NFTs will probably do better in bear markets, because you know, you could get custom skins and cars and stuff. Like, I invested in Helix pretty heavily, and you know, I have houses in there, I have cars in there, I have clothes in there. All of them are different NFTs. So you know, if you want a different skin, like, Helix is going to be the Grand Theft Auto of the metaverse. That's what they're going for. They already have alpha gameplay out. I can log into it and play it and everything right now, so it's a real game. But yeah, everything in there is an NFT. A car is an NFT. Say you want a car, guess what? You have to buy an NFT for it. And I think a lot of video games, sorry, I'm getting off topic here, but a lot of video game or metaverse games are going to be very successful. Well, not very successful, but they're going to be able to hold up during heavy market capitulations and stuff like that, because people play video games regardless of how the market's doing. And you know what, people, you know, if NFT starts dropping and you've always wanted this certain car and the car is super low, people are going to be buying that, you know, unlike people just buying a coin and holding on to it. Usable NFTs in video games are a lot different use case than just holding on to a coin. So let's get back into charting. Yeah, so 161A, I think we're gonna be breaking back over this 161A. I'm gonna draw a different fib on this now. Bottom to the top right. Well, the top's right here. So on the current fib where we're at right now, we're currently having a tough time getting over the 786. I do think we are going to be breaking over the 786. I don't think we'll be capitulating back down to this 1618 at around 1.8. So right now, if we break over the 786, I think the 618 or the 0.5 will be the highest that we will go for Gala in the short term. So first up will be the 618 at around 2.1, and then we have the 0.5 right here at around 2.15. And as you can see, we go down, we do this consolidation, we crap the bed, we do a consolidation. But as the charts are looking right now, we are just way too oversold for me to say we're going to go lower. Yeah, I just don't see us going down to around 1.8. I see us having a decent size recovery, and then if BTC shits the bed, we'll have to reassess the situation. But in the short term right now, I'm going to be bullish on Gala. First stop to the 618 at 211, and then up to the 382 right here. So I think for the short term, a 6% gain possible. And I know we can definitely go higher than that. The next main resistance is at 2.3, because we definitely shit the bed pretty dang hard today. But when we are in a bear market and we do crap the bed like this, we don't always fully recover back. You know, that's where we start these giant leg downs, and that's what a bear market does. You have big capitulations down, and then you don't fully recover during that capitulation before you head down lower once again. And I think that is going to be the case here. This was a big capitulation down, and I think it's going to be very difficult to get back up to around this 2.3 to 2.4 range. I think as of right now, I just deleted my fib, but as of right now, we're to be looking at that 0.5382 at around 2.2, and then we'll assess the situation there. I'll put a star right here, so when I come back to this later, I'll know where I predicted it to go. So this is kind of what I'm seeing for Gala right now. So with that, let's get in the file coin. So file, wow, yep. This is the largest loser on the day. Just to show you guys, we go here out of the top 100 coins, we go 25. The biggest, oh, Trust Wallet just flipped Filecoin as the biggest loser of the day. So Filecoin is the second biggest loser in the top 100 today, down 26.3%. So let's jump into Filecoin. So Filecoin's down 26.4. 1.9 billion max supply, 34 million or 342 million circulating supply, 1 billion market cap. All-time high is 236 last bull run. All-time low is 3 hours ago. If you are a long-term holder of coins, it's always a great feeling to buy a coin at the cheapest price possible. 3 hours ago, this was the cheapest price it has ever been. I think this is a fantastic buying opportunity for this one. I don't know if there's any bad catalyst that caused this drop, or if this just dropped because the market's doing bad. I think this could recover dramatically. And imagine getting it at $2.64, and then it goes up to this $236. That's pretty much a 10x. Oh, that's more than 10x. I'm bad with math, but nonetheless, this is a great buying opportunity. In my personal opinion, I actually might pick up some Filecoin after this live stream. Now that I see this, well, let's chart it first before I go crazy about picking up some of this. Damn, it went all the way down to $2.38. Holy shit. Okay, so we're covering decent. Yeah, so if you were able to buy back here, fantastic. I still think it's a fantastic buying opportunity right now for Filecoin. Lowest it's ever been 3 hours ago. You can see that was back here. So it's not that long ago. And if we do dip down lower, guess what? You have another opportunity to buy it at the lowest price it's ever been. I don't think Filecoin is going to zero. I think it will survive the bear market. I've done research on Filecoin and its use case, and I think it's going to be a very crucial player once Bitcoin and crypto goes mainstream. Definitely do your research on Filecoin. I mean, if we just take a general look at it, Filecoin is a centralized storage network based on interplanetary file storage protocol. I've watched a couple of videos on Filecoin and how important it is to have decentralized file storage, and Filecoin is the leader of that right now. So being at $2.64 at the lowest it's ever been, that's kind of a steal in my personal opinion. So short term right now, we're at the 1 hour. We did break over the 618 right here. Indicators are way oversold. We did print a buy signal previously back here, which was absolutely wrong because we obviously shit the bed after that. MACD is starting to have de-engulfing candles. We're starting to head towards a bearish sentiment. I mean, it's going to be a while before we see that crossover. But nonetheless, I do think we're going to be seeing a decent size recovery here on Filecoin, at least back up to the 382 right here. I don't know if we'll fully recover from this big capitulation, because similar like I went over in Gala, when you see these big capitulations in a bear market, you don't tend to recover from it fully until you start getting back into, you know, a bull run or the bottoms in. So as of right now, I think for the short term, we're to be seeing a move up to the 382 at around 345. Maybe we could throw a wick up here to around 375. But for the short term right now, this is kind of what I'm looking at, the 382. I'm going to put a star right there. And even at the price that it's at right now, I think this is a fantastic buying opportunity for holding. I don't think it's a long and short play. I think Filecoin for a long-term hold at $2.64 is a steal. It's down 91% from its all-time high, guys. And people are like, oh my god, it's down 91%, it's going to zero. It's not going to go to zero. And then you're gonna be looking back and be like, hey, remember when this was $2.64 and Trading Crypto said, hey, it might be a good buying opportunity. But enough about that. Short term right now, Filecoin, I think it's going back up to the 382. I don't think we're going to fully recover back up to the $4 or $5 range for Filecoin right now. I think this is a similar capitulation like we had here on BTC. And you can see what happened. We did not recover from that. We consolidated sideways before we could shit the bed once more. So I think that's the case. Keep an eye on that movement up to the 382 at around 345, with a possible wick thrown up to around 375, $4 range. And then from there, I think we'll be working our way back down, possibly. But like I said, it just created a new all-time low. So let's look at Solana. I was able to pick up quite a bit of Solana at $11. I know everyone, there was all that FUD during on Solana and everything like that, but I think Solana's going to recover. Yeah, I mean, a 10x from here is only $120, right? And you can see the all-time high is $259. So that's a steal. I mean, I definitely think this thing can go to $120. So 10xing my money off of that. Yeah, Filecoin, that'd be what, 100x? Now that I did the math. Yeah, that would be 100x gain on Filecoin if it went back to its all-time high. Yeah, I think I'm going to pick up some. Is it feeling like Christmas? No, hang on. It's not feeling like Christmas yet. Let me put on some Christmas music for you guys, and then we can say it's feeling like Christmas. Here we go. Here we go. One sec. There we go. Now it's Christmas. Had to make sure I found some copyright free Christmas music, because all those dang people trying to get demonetize your videos, you know. Oh yeah, we're looking at Solana. Solana right now, similar to every coin we charted, had this huge capitulation to the downside. Way oversold on the RSI, printing sell signals on the WTX. It's hard for me to say we'll go much lower, but you can see we did go all the way down. What are we right here? That's 4.2. We're currently at negative 41 right now on the RSI. So this is extremely oversold. I think this is going to be possibly that capitulation that brings us. I don't think it's going to bring us down to the bottom, but I think this capitulation is going to be shaking a lot of more people out of the market. Yeah, if we see support right here. We broke that. You see some support right here where we're currently at. So let me draw a horizontal line real quick. Yeah, so this is the support where we're currently holding up at, which is at 12.13. If we break below that, there's no support until we get back down to $11. New Year, please. Okay, so for Solana right now, if we do break below this $12 range, we're going to be seeing that capitulation down to around 11 for Solana. So I'd be keeping an eye on that. Even with us being oversold like this, Solana definitely still has the FUD wrapped around it, and that FUD is a catalyst that could cause a heavy capitulation to the downside. So that's just something we have to keep an eye on for Solana. But if we do start seeing that reversal and Bitcoin starts rising back up, a lot of the coins that capitulated tonight are going to retrace, not fully, but we will see a retracing back up. And the retracement back up for Solana, we have a 786 at 12.65, and then the main resistance at around $12.83. But for the time being, this support has to hold for Solana at $12. If we fall below $12 on Solana, we're dropping down to 11, guys. And I'll probably pick a little bit more up at 11. Break below 11, you have the 1618 at 10.21, and then you have the 2618, which is a lot of people are looking for that 2618 at $7.30. If Solana drops down to $7.30, I might unload quite a bit of money on that as well. In the Discord, I said I'm 100% back in. Like, I am 100% back into the market. But if coins start dropping like this, I will sell some of my NFT collections to buy some more. Because pretty much what I have for Helix, I have a bunch of founder passes and stuff like that, and you get free airdrops from that. And each one of those airdrops sells for quite a bit of money. So I wouldn't mind taking some profit off of that to buy some cheap coins, especially if Solana ended up dropping down to the 2618. The short term right now for Solana, we have to hold this main support at 12. If we break below that, the next stop's $11. Okay, guys, so I'm keeping the live stream short tonight. I'll probably do one tomorrow, so I have time to chart one more coin tonight. I have to do I have something to take care of here well, it's 8:30 my time. I was supposed to be done 3 minutes ago, but so who wants the last coin charted for tonight? Sorry it was a short live stream, but I'll do another one tomorrow for you guys. So Oasis Networker Rose, it's down 11.4% at 3.7% or 3.7 cents. 10 billion max, 5 billion circulating, 188 million market cap. All-time high is 59 cents 11 months ago. All-time low is 2 years ago at 0.3. So I did time. So I had a live stream before this one, but my OBS crashed. So if you go to my YouTube page and go to the previous live stream that it just ended before this one, I went over B&B a little bit. I went over time. I went over YFII. So there's some coins I did on that as well. Wow, Rose right now similar to every coin we charted tonight. Big capitulation, overbought or oversold, oversold. I think a lot of these coins are going to see a small recovery pump. So it might be time to long. Rose did good for you. Did you end up shorting Rose? Are you in the Discord? So as of right now for Rose, I'd be keeping an eye on a move up to the 786. I think Rose wants to head back up to the 618 at around 39. Looking at the indicators, we're oversold. MACD's heading towards a bullish crossover. I'd be keeping an eye at first stop the 786 at 38, then inevitably working its way up to the 618. I'm going to put a star here so when we come back to it, we can kind of get this general idea. Once we get to the 618, we're going to have to monitor the situation, because if BTC is continually shitting the bed, that could bring in that next capitulation or next leg down, which would bring Rose down to the 1618.33. But for the short term right now for Rose, it's looking pretty dang bullish. I'd be keeping an eye on a possible move. What is that? 4% move back up to the 618 right there. And then we'd assess the situation at a later time. Okay, everyone. With that, I appreciate everyone that came out tonight. Sorry for the short live stream. I will do a much longer one tomorrow. So make sure you have those requests in. As of right now, I think what we're kind of looking at here is we had that big drop scare. I think we're going to be seeing a decent size recovery here in the short term. Maybe tomorrow we'll start seeing coins rise back up to one of these resistance areas, because pretty much every coin we looked at tonight had this big drop. Everything was massively oversold, and I don't think we're going to be seeing the huge recovery pumps, but I think tomorrow is going to be a green day on a lot of these altcoins, and then we'll have to assess the situation after that. So thanks for everybody coming out tonight. Appreciate you guys sticking around with me through my technical difficulties. I hope you all have a great Friday night, and I'll catch you guys all tomorrow.